Good afternoon. How is everybody in Horry County doing today? My name's Case Brittain. I am the representative from Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. Fortunate enough to be the representative of South Carolina. And guess where I'm standing? I'm standing in what kind of country? It is my honor and my duty, and I can't wait to do this. My next person, my favorite person in the world that's going to come up here and speak in just 1 second is your Congressman Russell Fry. But let me tell you all about Donald Trump first. I've heard somebody out there, and I'm not going to say who, said that people in China can work harder than American people. Let me tell you this right now. Has this person gone out there and put their hand on a Pittsburgh Steelers fan? Had they gone out there to wrestle cowboys in Texas? Had they gone out there and mined the coal like they do in West Virginia? I doubt it. I'm not saying I've done that kind of stuff too, but I can recognize hard work, and I know what hard work starts in America. It's been done in America. It built America. The blood, the sweat, the tears made this country, and it will continue to make this country great. And it has been great, and we will keep it great because Donald Trump is the man to lead this nation to where it's supposed to be, where it has been, where it will be. I've got a great team behind me, helping me along the way. I've got my good friend Russell Fry, Val Guest, Nancy Mace. I'm going to introduce my man. I like to call him Russell Mandio. He's attacked Washington. He's taken it on just like I knew he would, and that's why I support him. I always will. I'd support Donald Trump, always will. Because they fight for America. They fight for you. So my pleasure, my friend, Congressman Russell Fry.
Well, thank you. We got a rowdy crowd here in the independent republic. Thank y'all for being here today. You know, this campaign in South Carolina started. It was at the State House when the statewide leadership team was announced, and there were 7 of us on there. I think 7 of us, and it has really grown every single week. The momentum continues to build around this campaign, and the reason why is this is quite simple. 3 years ago, America was prosperous. America was safe. America had secure borders. Right. You didn't need to mortgage your house to fill up your gas can. That was Donald Trump's America. He was respected on the world stage, and people feared him, and he did incredibly well for the American worker. Unfortunately, that has all come crashing down. Inflation is at a 40-year high, up 20% since Joe Biden took office. We're experiencing the worst border crisis ever. Millions of people are pouring into this country who don't belong here. We don't even know who they are. We went from being energy independent to having to rely on our adversaries on the international stage. And a year ago, almost to the day, a Chinese spy balloon was shot down over my hometown of Surfside Beach. Little do we know a few years after watching that garner all the national attention in the world, that this area that is known for its tourism would be a focal point on the international stage. The folks at the Grand Strand and the PD got to see firsthand the dangers on the world stage when you were dealing with a hostile China. We watched our hometown become a national spectacle. And it's been a year since that happened, and we still don't know from this administration what they were doing, why they were here, the things that they used in the spy balloon. We already have one administration who's been soft on China, and we don't need another one. Nikki Haley thinks that China is a great friend and gave them land in South Carolina, almost 200 acres. Donald Trump took on the Chinese since day one, and he was the first person to call out China for what they are. Nikki Haley opposed tariffs. Donald Trump fought for the American worker by holding them accountable. China is stealing our intellectual property, buying our farmland, and having Chinese spy balloons traipse across this country. There's a reason why Donald Trump has over 100 endorsements in South Carolina compared to 14 for the former governor. People want somebody who means what they say, says what they mean, and does the work. And that is Donald Trump. People are tired.
Trump.
leader who can do it again. He did it once in 2016, and he can do it again. And I know that the American people are ready for that fight. They're ready for this. Look, I've said this before, that this is a primary in name only. That we are waiting for a result. We saw this in Iowa. We saw it in New Hampshire. The result will be the same in South Carolina. Right. Donald Trump will have a colossal victory in this state. And so let's wrap this up with a nice little bow. Let's nominate Donald Trump in South Carolina, and let's send him back to the White House in 2024 to finish the job. And next, we have a colleague of mine who came up. She was with me in Washington this week, but Nancy Mace from the holy city of Charleston. We welcome her to the Independent Republic of Ori. Ms. Mace?
Thank you. Good afternoon, y'all, and thank you, Russell. Russell, you guys have a great conservative congressman in Russell Fry. Thank you, Russell. I am here today because I support Donald J. Trump for president. He is the only man who can save our country. Amen. One day under Joe Biden is far worse than anything we've ever seen in our life. By the time the sun set on Joe Biden's first day as president, he had reversed course on every good thing Donald Trump had done to save our country and secure our border. And we need a man who's going to be strong and whose enemies will fear him. Nikki Haley is China's favorite governor. And in fact, if she had her way, South Carolina would be manufacturing spy balloons right here in our state. She rolled out the red carpet for communist China when she was governor. In fact, she gave away our land for free. She said, as governor, that Chinese workers could teach a thing or two to South Carolina workers. Well, I know, you know South Carolina workers very well. We don't need communist China teaching anything about work ethic or honor by a murderous dictator. When I was at the Citadel, I learned that the CCP, or the Chinese Communist Party, should have their asses kicked and not kissed. So we need a man who's going to be tough on China. Because you know what? Xi Jinping is afraid of Donald Trump. The Rocket Man is afraid of Donald Trump. Putin is afraid of Donald Trump. When he was president, none of this was going on around the world. We had peace. We had the accords in the Middle East, in Israel, the Abraham Accords. We didn't have Iran fighting proxy wars with the United States, because when there is weakness, when our enemies smell weakness in the White House, they come after us. And that's not what we need. We need the strongest man in America to lead us out of this mess. And that man is Donald J. Trump.
Good afternoon, everybody. My name's Val Guest. I am the new and improved Russell Fry from the Surfside District of Horry County, District 106. And I have the pleasure of being the last one to speak, so I don't have a whole lot to say because they said a lot of it. But I do want to just thank y'all for being here and let you know that when I got the phone call asking me if I would back Donald Trump, I didn't hesitate. You would think, being in South Carolina, being in the House for the first time, we had two South Carolinians running to be the president. But I didn't hesitate because I knew that the man for the job is Donald Trump. That's right. When I was growing up, my dad taught me, look at what's happened in the past and expect that to continue. Well, what has Biden done for us? Nothing. We are so far, he's got rid of all the good policies Donald Trump put in, and he's put in the terrible ones that he has brought to us. Our country is not in a better place, it's in a worse place. Look what Donald Trump did for 4 years before he didn't win the last election, we say. But it's like Russell said, everything was good. The economy was good. The foreign countries respected us. They were afraid of Donald Trump. We didn't have any wars. We had nothing, he was the one that led us to greatness. I've been fortunate to be asked to be on his, part of his campaign. South Carolina, it's like Russell said, look at what's going on in the House and the Senate. All the people that worked with Governor Haley when she was in the House, when she was the governor, they're not backing her, and there's a reason for that. She's more worried about Nikki than she is the U.S. She is going to take this country somewhere we don't want to go, and we're already there. So I'm proud to say that I am backing Donald Trump. All of these people are backing. When we have the primary here shortly, the country's going to not only see that we back Donald Trump, but we don't back our former governor, and that's important. We're going to send that message so everybody will follow our lead.